Hey everyone, I haven't done a video in quite a while, so I wanted to show you my budget fat bike. Um, this is my Diamondback El Oso Gordo. Bought it from a coworker for about $100. He rode it like twice, and it wasn't really for him, so he sold it to me for $100. And I wasn't really sold on the idea of riding in the snow, but I am also not a huge fan of not riding my bike at all through the long Wisconsin winters. So I picked it up and needed kind of a lot to become efficient in the snow. So I bought the bike for $100 and I stuck about 300 into it. So for a $400 return so far, it's been pretty good in the snow. I'll show you guys kind of excuse me, what I did. The big expense was these tires. I got the Maxxis Minions. I run them on my Trek Remedy, and I really like them. So they handle pretty good in the snow. I bought them for $100 from a friend. He barely used them. He wasn't a fan of them, so I stuck them on there. I also got these carbon Amazon bars. A lot of the stuff I got on this bike is all off Amazon because I'm not going to really be pounding on this bike too much. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. So yeah, I'm not going to really be jumping this thing or beating on it too hard. So I got a lot of cheap parts. So I got carbon bars. I got a shorter stem off Amazon. I don't know, it's probably both of those things $50, $60. I got a carbon seat post. Took the old seat off my Remedy that I'm selling. I put the stock one back on there. The other big thing was the gearing. This thing had a 40-tooth front sprocket. So I put this 32-tooth oval ring. I had to get a different crank. I had to get different crank arms because the sprocket and the crank arm were one piece, which I thought was pretty ridiculous. Especially if you're gonna spec your bike with a 40-tooth front sprocket, and it's only a 7-speed. So I got this cheap 32-tooth oval sprocket. I'm a big fan of the oval sprockets, chain rings. So I got that off Amazon. It was only like $15, but I can tell on that one because it is showing signs of wear already, and I have like an hour on it. So the gearing now I really like. I got this Shimano Mega Range 7-speed cassette, and that really helps out a ton. So the gearing I'm pretty happy with at this point. The derailleur, this is the stock Shimano tourney. Not really a huge fan of it. It's not a clutch derailleur, so it's loud and noisy. But I don't have many options as far as clutch derailleurs for 7-speed that I know of other than downhill stuff, and they're all kind of expensive. So maybe in the future, we'll see. The good thing about this bike for a cheap budget fat bike was the wheels are pretty decent. The rims are already drilled out. So that took a lot of weight down. That's pretty nice. I just got some cheap plastic flat pedals. I always run flat pedals even on my full suspension. I just feel more comfortable with it. Also another thing, this came with a grip shifter, and it was a cheap grip shifter. Not only does grip shift suck, it was an awful one. So I just got this Shimano 7-speed shifter. I like it. Shifts pretty decent for what it is. Other than that, I can't say I really did a whole lot. The bike feels a hell of a lot better than it did before. It's much more capable. So I'm looking forward to putting some miles on it. With all the upgrades I did, I would say I probably took off at least 6 pounds. The stock tires were cheap and super heavy. That helped a lot. The crank, the pedals, the sprocket, carbon bars, I knocked at least 5 or 6 pounds off. Makes it a lot more comfortable of a ride. I'm pretty happy with the weight of it, considering it's basically a $400 fat bike now. If I were to upgrade anything in the future, I am looking at getting some lighter tubes. I'm not going to go tubeless on this. I just don't feel like dealing with it. I'll get some lighter tubes, and then maybe if some cheap hydraulic brakes go on sale. I used to say I like mechanical brakes a lot. That's definitely changed in the last 2 years. So maybe I'll get some hydraulic brakes. But for now, this is what I got, and it's going to be my snow ripper. So thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, I'll try and get back to you guys. Yes, I know it's another Diamondback video. There will probably be more to come, but stay tuned. I'm building something really cool right now, and I'm excited to show you guys when my new full suspension is built. So thanks for watching. Take care.